Hey everybody, this is Marley K. I hope you all are well. Today I have a story for you about ChatGPT, and this is a story that is going to be very important in the future, and specifically for African Americans, because I have been telling you about fifth generation warfare. If you don't know what that is, I'll put a link to the video in the description, and I'll put the video at the end of this video for you to go into it so that you can see why chat GPT is going to be really important for us to be aware of as African Americans engaging online. So chat GPT is a chatbot, and it's going to be everywhere. So you're going to be having conversations with people online, and they're not going to be real people. They're going to be chatbots, and they have garnered enough information from us, you know, collecting information from a variety of sources on social media. If you use Messenger, if you use your text messaging on your cell phone, if you use blogs and you comment, if you comment on social media comment sections, Discord, like there's so many ways that they've collected information from us. Even like if you go to a website and the chat bot comes up and then asks, how can I help you? Like all those things are artificial intelligence, but they have been also used to collect information to make AI more human-like so that it can act like us, but also confuse us. So I want us to be aware of the chatbots. You know, you're going back and forth with people, and I write for a living. So over the past 5, 6 years since I've been writing, I just noticed, like I could tell when I'm engaging with a real person and when I'm engaging with the chatbot. Like I just have a background from working with internet crimes against children. And so I know how people hide behind, the internet in fake pictures, and they try to mimic us, especially Black people. Like for whatever reason, these people love to harass us. And so I just found a lot of white people or whoever, I'm just going to say that they're white, but it could be anybody. It could be Russian trolls. It could be Chinese agents. I don't know. But I just know people would come in and they would have a Black profile picture, and they would engage you in some type of harassing, antagonistic way so that you can go back and forth with them. And I used to just be like, why, first of all, who comes up with this shit? Because I don't wake up on any day trying to figure out ways how I'm going to trick anybody or mimic another group, or I don't want to wake up and antagonize people just for the sake of like I just don't understand the minds of anybody who conjures up this type of stuff. So to say it is sinister and evil is an understatement, but we need to be aware of it because these things are going to be our future as we navigate online. And the goal is to try to get rid of people, and they want this technology to take our places. So the goal is to have these people do your online work. So people who are telecommuting, teleworking now, if you got a job where you can do your job from home and you use technology to do it, eventually you won't have a job. If you call, if you have services or products and you need help, these chatbots are going to be helping you. We already experience that. If you call, cell phone company and they're asking you to press 1 or 2, say, whatever it is that you want to say, and or tell me what you're calling about today. And you speak to the phone, and the phone picks up your dialect and your words, and then they process what you're saying, and then they try to direct you to whatever. And most of the time they're accurate. But that is a form of artificial intelligence that we've tolerated and allowed to serve us for a number of years. So now they have perfected it and they're getting ready to roll it out in a huge way. And Microsoft just bought this company called ChatGPT, and y'all know who owns Microsoft or who created it. So I'm gonna just leave it there. Just know it's not gonna be no good. All right, let me get into this story. So this first story that I'm gonna bring you is from CNET, and it's titled Chat GPT will be everywhere in 2023. The chatbot is paving the way for search results far beyond anything you've come to expect, and so much more. So you see that they are drumming this up as something good, but I'm gonna get to the bottom and tell you why it's not. All right, chatbots aren't new. They've existed in some form since as far back as the 1960s. But there's something special about ChatGPT, the conversational chatbot that's captivated investors, tech giants, and the public since its November debut. The internet already abounds with ideas for how to put ChatGPT's human-like dialogue to use, from creating custom chatbots to help fight traffic tickets to creating workout and diet plans. Just unnecessary stuff, but you know how you see how they always dress it up like it's going to be so helpful. We don't need a chatbot for this. We don't need a chatbot for this. We do not need artificial intelligence to do any of this. Every time you use artificial intelligence to do something, it erases human interaction. It erases the need for humans. And then you have to think about it from the most basic sense. If they get rid of you, how will you take care of yourself? Right now, you work for money. You use money to pay your bills. You need money to survive because we live in a society that doesn't allow you to live without money. So if they're creating all this artificial intelligence to do all these things for people, you know, we had dietitians to help us with diet plans. If you use a chat bot, that completely erases that person who thinks about, you know, what it is that you need for your body, who's asking you the questions and so on and so forth, because we have allowed artificial intelligence to come in and do that. Same thing for uh, attorneys helping to fight traffic tickets. So if they're getting chatbots to help fight traffic tickets, that means when you go to traffic court, if you know, had an attorney, that chatbot is going to replace the attorney. The attorney who thinks that their job is foolproof is no longer needed. So everybody is walking around thinking, you know, they're not going to be needed and they're going to be safe. They're trying to eliminate the use of people in every single way. It's going to be like Hunger Games. Y'all think Hunger Games and all these sci-fi movies they've been creating is fake. They're telling you what the future is going to be like. So you better wake up and either fight back or prepare to fight whenever you know, start living in the Hunger Games scenario, because that's where we are headed. The bigger question, however, is whether ChatGPT, or more accurately, the tech that powers it, will have the same sweeping influence as other breakthrough technologies of our generation, like the iPhone, Google Search, and Amazon Alexa. So they're already telling you these are the things that spy on us and take our info and use it to build these chatbots and to be the brain for the artificial intelligence that they're programming. It'll likely be years before we have an answer to that question. But in 2023, artificial intelligence experts expect to see a wave of new products, apps, and services powered by the tech behind ChatGPT. It could change the way we interact with customer service chatbots, voice-enabled virtual assistants like Alexa or Siri, search engines, and even your email inbox. So you see, they even spy on your email inbox. I don't use Alexa or Siri. I don't use my microphone. I don't ask it to do shit for me because I understand the big picture. I'm talking to this thing and asking it for information. And then when it helps me and I show that I approve of how it helped me, then I'm giving information to the researchers that need this information to build their brain to eliminate me one day. So I don't use any of this stuff. I don't have Alexa. I don't have Siri. I'll never use that stuff. I don't have an iPhone. I'm not wasting my money to buy an iPhone. I do use Google search on occasion. I have a Chromebook now, but When I can remember, I try not to use Google, but it really doesn't matter if you use Microsoft, Google, whatever. They're all connected. They all do research. They all share intelligence, and they all use whatever we input into our phones, tablets, what we search for on the internet, what we watch on YouTube, what we watch on television when we stream. Like, they use all of this information. Your Ring doorbell camera, any wireless technology you have, like, everything is spying on us. So all the stuff that they've been using to spy on us for decades have been used to build this artificial intelligence brain. So now they're getting ready to unleash it, which means they have, perfected it. So you'll see sweeping changes real soon. Okay, so this is what I want to get to let you know that Microsoft is involved, which means you know who is involved, which means you be in trouble. ChatGPT's potential impact on the way we work is already dominating headlines in 2023. Greg Brockman, president and co-founder of OpenAI, said in a January 10th tweet that a professional paid version of ChatGPT with faster performance is in the works. Microsoft, an investor in ChatGPT's creator, OpenAI, is reportedly looking to incorporate the tech into Bing, Outlook, Word, and PowerPoint, according to the reports from The Information. The New York City Department of Education has blocked access to ChatGPT on the school devices over concerns about negative impacts on student learning. And OpenAI is discussing a tender offer that would value the company at about $29 billion, potentially making it one of the most valuable U.S. startups, according to the Wall Street Journal. So you see, if you have ChatGPT, that means kids going to be able to talk into their phones, talk into their tablets. If they have these school devices, they'll be able to just talk into it using Word or whatever. And the thing will type their paper out for them. And the kid's going to be dumb as rocks because the computer doing all the work. So technology is just making people dumber. Just going to make it plain. While we have access to more information, people don't always use the information for their good. And because it makes things easier, technology makes things easier, the AI is going to actually be a detriment to learning and critical thinking and kids doing research, because kids can now just sneak and use these technologies on Bing and Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, and it'll just do the stuff for them. So the kids ain't gonna even be doing homework no more. So, y'all gonna be raising some crazy kids if you don't really pay attention to what is happening and either turn this stuff off, use different types of technologies, or I don't know how you navigate it, because schools have navigated and seem to be moving more towards using technology, because that's just the trend. The government is requiring it. They give you money for it. School districts are buying all this technology. Teachers have been trained and forced to use it. And they've been buying computers and technology for students to use in school for a couple of years now. Well, a lot of years, because before my kids got out of school and my kids are in their 30s, I used to work with our school district as on the parent council, and I was a part of an advisory board for our school district. And so I was watching them transition with all the smart boards and smart technology, and getting all these laptops and requiring parents and students to use this technology. So it's been in the works for a minute. So this is just an advancement, and it's really scary because we talk about how little kids know today, and how young people can't think. It's not going to get any better. It's only going to get worse. And so but that's the agenda. That's the goal. So GPT. What is it and how it works? ChatGPT is a free chatbot that is available online as a research preview, which OpenAI says will allow the system to learn from real world use. You can ask ChatGPT straightforward queries like show me healthy dinner ideas, or what's the best way to answer the tell me about yourself question in a job interview. But ChatGPT can also do things like write poems, songs, and essays. So this is going to be problematic. I don't know why people think this is a good idea. It is so dumb, but that's just me using my good common sense. You can ask it to compose a holiday greeting card, organize your to-do list, and even draft a resignation letter. The AI is trained on large volumes of data from the internet written by humans, including conversations. So this means that they have been spying on you for years. They go through your Facebook Messenger DMs. If you use that Facebook Messenger app, that's why I don't use it. Uh, you check your Instagram DMs. So all this secret DM y'all think y'all doing is not secret, baby. They got it, and they have been using it to eventually trick us to make us think that we're actually talking to other human beings, but we're not. And they've also been using it so that they can program this artificial intelligence to answer questions and pretend they are human beings and be more helpful when the end game is to just not need humans at all, or very few humans. So it's just interesting that people don't really pay attention to this stuff. And every time they introduce something to us and pretend like it's helpful, it's not. And this is just proof. But ChatGPT isn't connected to the internet, so it sometimes produces incorrect answers and has limited knowledge. So this lets you know that even if it is not connected to the internet, they are selling your information and giving it to these companies like OpenAI and Microsoft. They're analyzing it, they're feeding it into this brain, and then they are programming it or fixing it so that it can converse with us in a real like manner. And they've been doing that because they have been already using these bots for years to trick us. So I'm gonna prove it to you by this story. And I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago, I think it was like back in 2016, when the Ashley Madison hack took place, and that was the high value cheat site for the rich folks. And the site got hacked. They put the stuff on the dark web. And what came out was that the site had more women than men, and it had a bunch of bots. So this story talks about it, and it's from the Irish Times. It says many male members have been engaging in conversation with one of the 70,000 chat bots that was on the Ashley Madison site. So the site admitted that it used chat bots. So this story is from 2016. A year after Ashley Madison suffered a very public data breach that exposed the personal details of more than 34,000 members, the self-described married dating site for discreet encounters has come clean about the use of chatbots that kept male users interested while giving the impression of a higher number of female users. According to its latest press release, Avid Life Media, the company behind the website, hired independent forensic accounting investigators to look into past business practices around bots, adding that it had discontinued their use since 2015. Meanwhile, according to journalist Anna Lee Newitz, many male members have most likely been unwittingly engaging in conversation with one of the 70,000 chatbots or engagers she claims they created based on examination of the website's source code. The evidence suggests these bots encouraged men to buy credits on the website and convert them into paying members with the lure of an affair that would never materialize. So this is the ultimate goal of these chatbots. Their goal is just like capitalism, is just like any other person who has a business, like all these rich people. They have just found a new way to evolve and lure people so that they can make a fool out of you and get your money. So please do not be fooled. When you are on social media and you're on these websites, you know, it's going to be really difficult now to determine who's a real person and who's not. um I don't really know what to tell you, because people like social media for entertainment, but you just have to know when you're engaging with people on social media, one, you may not be engaging with a real person, but two, anything that we type or anything that we say when we talk into the microphone, even if our stuff isn't on, I'm sure you know that your smart TV is spying on you, your microphone on your cell phone spies on you, your microphone on your computer spies on you. So anytime you have these devices, even your Bluetooth speakers, they spy on you. Anything that is wireless or connected to the internet that you talk, that requires a microphone, or you type into, is spying on you. And so we're in this, I hate to use the term matrix because it's so overused now, but like we're just in this world, a tangled web. And so in order for you to get out of it, you're basically going to have to go back to the old stuff. You'll have to go back to the old TV. You're going to have to go back to using dumb phones, and even then, or not texting, having a phone conversation, perhaps not using things that are wireless like Bluetooth speakers. If you got Ring doorbells, you use Siri or Alexa, you probably want to put that shit in the trash can. So because these things are just gathering intel on us, and then they're mimicking us. They're going to use them to mimic us, and they're going to give it to you for free. They're like, oh, we're going to include it in Word and Outlook and this and that. It's supposed to be make life so much easier. Everything they do, they tell us it's going to make life easier, but it does not. It just makes things a lot worse. And it takes some years for you to figure out things not going to be better for you. But let me tell you, this is not going to be good for us. So last story I want to share with you is something that was written a couple hours ago. It's on MSN, which is Microsoft News Network. But it is from India Today. And this story came out 4 hours ago. And it says, hackers exploit ChatGPT to lure young girls. An Israeli cybersecurity company on Wednesday claimed the malicious intent of hackers to exploit the powerful chatbot developed by OpenAI to lure young girls and take personal information. As per the information, cyber criminals have exploited ChatGPT to create convincing personas to establish their evil agenda. What makes ChatGPT questionable? A recent report suggests the malicious use of ChatGPT for personal gain and the creation of new chatbots to mimic young girls, thus making them the targets. Whole Securities founder Alex Holden claimed he has observed dating scammers exploiting ChatGPT to create convincing personas, he said. Scammers are creating female personas to impersonate girls to gain trust and have lengthier conversations with their targets. Sounds just like the Ashley Madison hack, right? But Ashley Madison was targeting men who had money, thinking that they were talking to women and trying to get those women to have affairs so that they could satisfy their sexual urges. In the wake of this scam, the Israeli cybersecurity firm also claimed that scammers opted for ChatGPT to build bots and sites to dupe the users' minds into sharing their personal information. That is the end goal of all of this. It's just one big mind fuck. They want to confuse you so that they can convince you to share more personal information about yourself, so they can gather this stuff, put it into their artificial intelligence, and then use it to weaponize against you. And so this is what fifth generation warfare is about. And we're going to have to really, really, really be cognizant of that. You know, we are in a war, and this is warfare. This chatbot is warfare. You see a chatbot, just think war. I'm at war. If you engage with people online and you're going to type some words, everything we type is being used against us. It's going to be weaponized if it hasn't been already. So we're at war. Several users, I'm sorry, let me go back. Moreover, the researchers posed fear in the highly targeted scams and phishing campaigns as a loss of privacy. And that is correct. Things that we used to be able to hide or protect in our mind, in our hearts, you know, so people engage with us on social media and compel you to open up and share more. And with kids, they don't have any filters. They get online, they share everything. They want to talk about their sexual preference and their sexual identity and their feelings and so on and so forth. So it's easy to garner information from young people and target them and take advantage of them. And then you have parents who don't monitor kids' social media use. They allow them unlimited access. So it's really going to be difficult to protect young people. They're going to be wilding out after a while. In a couple of years, these young people are going to be a hot mess because the chatbot's going to turn on them and tell them to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Then you all going to be living in the house with a bunch of people you scared of. So get a hold of technology in your household if you have children. Several users came forward to express their plight by mentioning how hackers abused ChatGPT by using it to create code-up features of a marketplace on the dark web, like Silk Road and Alphabet, the report stated. And so here it is. How is ChatGPT being highly exploited? After its launch in November, the ChatGPT has garnered the eyeballs of users, as claimed by the San Francisco-based open AI firm ChatGPT promotes human-like conversational tools. However, this human mimic simulation of ChatGPT can also code malicious software and be modified to encrypt a device without involving user interaction, reported Checkpoint, an American-Israeli multinational provider of software and combined hardware products for IT security. Scary right there, ain't it? But anywho, the company further stated this malicious software can monitor users' keyboard strokes and create ransomware. An attacker could create an authentic-looking spear phishing email to run a reverse shell that can accept commands in English. So the bottom line is, y'all best to stay away from these chat bots. You better not use them. You better be trying to monitor and avoid this stuff as much as possible. It's insane with your kids. If you have children, you should be talking to your family members about using these types of things. You should turn off the microphones on your devices so that kids can't use them. You know, do whatever that you need to do to avoid coming in contact with this stuff, because as you can see, it can be hacked and it can be used to do harm, steal your information. Your information can be on the dark web, not like our information isn't already on the dark web, because the whole country has been hacked. States been hacked. The IRS has been hacked. All these government entities have been hacked already. And so, you know, we have little privacy or protection. So short of not using any type of technology, you're going to have to work diligently to protect your privacy and to make sure you're not harmed by this technology, this artificial intelligence. So I just found that interesting. I wanted to let you know, my people know, my followers know. Also, I want African American people to know this, because we engage on social media. We are very emotional people. And we need to understand that, you know, as we produce content, where we go, what we do, everything is being monitored. How we engage with each other and how we engage with other people online it matters because it's monitored. And, you know, there are some conversations and some things we probably should opt out of and not discuss online. And I'm all for having in-person discussions. This is why I'm all for in-person think tanks and excluding technology and not doing stuff remotely online, not using cell phones, not bringing technology into a room, because all this stuff is being used against us. Everybody is storing up all this stuff, and they're going to eventually turn it, and it's going to be weaponized to harm us. And so, you know, we just need to be careful as we engage on social media. We need to be, you know, careful when we are on YouTube, when we use our messenger, what we say in our text. Try, you know, to talk as much as possible. But even if you're talking on the telephone, you're talking on a microphone, and everything that we say is being analyzed. You know, each end of a conversation, somebody asks question, how you reply, if we're just having general conversations and not necessarily asking questions, how we talk, our dialect, everything is being collected and going to be used to erase us, replace us, or just yeet us. We're going to be deleted. We're not needed anymore. So they're going to sell it as being helpful and good and the best next thing, and it's really not going to be that. It is really going to be the death of us. So let us be mindful with this artificial intelligence. When you see these things like ChatGPT, run from it. Don't think it is a good thing, and condition your mind to not embrace all this new technology, because it is not meant to help us. It is not meant to make your life better. It is meant to take you out. It is meant to erase you. It is meant to mimic you and fool you using human-like conversations. And with that, it can influence how you behave. Same with young children. So you're going to have to talk to your children about talking into this technology, how they use technology. And if at all possible, I would recommend withholding technology, especially from young children, because you could be walking around and letting them carry the enemy around your house. They're listening to your conversations. You don't even know. You know, you're having a very private conversation, and a chat bot on Microsoft website is listening to you, and using that information to put into their brain so they can use it in another way to harm somebody else and claim it's helpful. So that is all I got. I will put the links to these articles in the description. It's just another thing that we have to navigate, people. Remember, we are at war. This is a 5th generation war, and the war is on your mind. So only the strong-minded folks will survive. If you are weak, if you are lazy, if you are just unwilling to protect your mind, you are going to be taken advantage of. And there's nothing that you're going to be able to do about it. By the time you figure it out, it's going to be too late. So please take heed to these messages. Try to modify your technology use, and be mindful when you engage online with other people, because everything that we say and do is being used against us in the court of the internet, in the interwebs, and the web 3.0. So y'all take it easy. Please like the video, share it with others so that they are aware of what is going on. Subscribe to this channel if you like this type of content. Also, don't forget to subscribe to Rumble and Odyssey in case I get silenced, because they have been really working on me, suppressing my subscriber count. And they have also been hiding a lot of my videos so that they are not seen. I was booted off of Medium because I talk about topics like these, and I try to warn my people about how they are developing things to harm us. And so if you would like to stay in the know, please make sure you subscribe to all of the methods to communicate with me, and so that I can communicate with you. Also, write on Substack now. So I'm going to be writing some stuff, and right now it's free. So you just go to Substack, type in Marley K or Marleyisms, and you can subscribe to whatever I write there. It'll be free. All right, good people. Y'all take it easy. Have a good day. I'm out.